Hello guys, Zennosh here and welcome to Slime Isekai Memories, and today let's talk about various possible good team combinations that we can form in this game in order to dominate our opponents in various contexts out there depending upon various situations. That said, first of all, I would love to give a very big shout out and thanks to this amazing guy known as Meow, hashtag 8796, who actually came up with this amazing guide in the first place. We can notice a lot of amazing team combinations right over here, and one thing that you gotta observe is that the team composition actually really depends upon the protector character. For example, right over here for the wind team main composition, we have the protector character known as Veldora Tempest, who is actually going to favor the wind element characters better. Okay, for example, right over here, all wind units attack plus 16%, and he's also gonna favor the dark element, but half as that of the wind element, because the dark element units are going to be getting like 8% of attack boost, and the rest of the other elements, they are not going to be favored at all by our Veldora Tempest. Whereas for our protector character known as Ramirez, she's going to be providing that major support to the light elemental units, whereas minimal support for the earth element, whereas for the other elements no support at all. Okay, so yeah, that is it guys. So definitely the main key for the team formation is gonna be the protector unit. And first of all, let's start with the wind team main with dark element composition. All right, and right away guys, the main protector unit that we are gonna have for this team formation is definitely going to be Veldora Tempest. All right, so Veldora boosts all wind units attack by 16%, and dark units are gonna get that attack boost of 8%. And then at 50% HP, yes, most of the units right over here really do work well when their HP is at 50% or less. Yeah, Veldora's passive synergizes with Hakuro's passive, yes, this Hakuro right over here, to increase the damage output, yes, like critical rate stats and so much more. Shion's personal crit passive synergizes with Hakuro's AoE defense down debuff. Yes, our Hakuro is one of the best units out there in the game, being able to decrease the defense of all the units out there in the battlefield. Yes, and that actually can really allow us to deal some crazy instant damage against the opponents. Shoei acts as a supporter unit, buffing the team attack and cleansing poison. This Shoei right over here guys. So definitely this team is really meant for dealing some crazy damage against the opponents out there. Really good team right over here guys. We have got Ranga right over here, who is a loyal wolf, improves the crit rate. Further crit rate boost is definitely going to be really great help in order to deal even more damage to enemies. We have got Rigurd, Goblin Monarch right over here to act as a tank. We have got Beretta, who is a dark element type unit, to deal even more damage to enemies out there. And same goes with Shion. Shion and Beretta both are of dark element type and can deal some really good damage. And the dark element units are gonna be get that like attack plus 8% boost. So that is pretty good, isn't it? The next team combination is going to be the light team main with earth element type. Alright, and definitely the protector character is going to be Ramirez, Fairy of the Labyrinth. Alright, so that said, light team with wind seems very defensive oriented, as nearly every unit besides Gazelle Dwargo, this character right over here, use defensive or support skills passives, could make an interesting counter-attack team compositions. Alright, for this particular team right over here, the Gazelle Dwargo is actually an essential unit, because without him, you will not be able to deal some good damage against the opponents. Even if you are going to win the battle, it's actually going to be a very long ass battle. Okay, so and you might not really love that. It might actually get boring pretty fast. Okay, so you definitely need Gazelle Dwargo in order to deal some crazy damage to enemies. Yes, Gazelle Dwargo is one of the best unit out there who can boost his own attack stat, crit rate stat, as well as his critical damage boost as well. So that said, Gazelle Dwargo is definitely going to be dealing some great damage out there in this team composition, because the rest of the other characters right over here, like let's say Trini right over here, is good at providing healing to the allies. She is the best healer in the game right now. And we have got Milim Naba right over here to provide like defensive boost to the allies. So yeah, most of these characters right over here, they are totally designed to provide more team durability and sustenance, but not damage boost, and that can actually be quite boring. Alright, so yeah, there we go. There's an extra note. It says Gazelle Dwargo might be a free unit from story completion. Alright, there we go guys. I would say looks good, but pretty boring team composition, guys. Next is gonna be the space team main with wind, and I think most of the players would actually want to build this team combination. Right away, guys, we have got a protector character known as Charybdis, Swimming Calamity, who is actually going to majorly favor the space team, or let's say space elemental units. Alright, their attack is going to be boosted by 16%, whereas for the wind, a minor favor at 8% of attack boost. Alright, so that said, this team can accumulate skill souls fast, and Rimuru support the team with very thick attack and defense buff. Yes, Rimuru Tempest, Chancellor of Tempest, one of the best unit in the game out there. He can provide really good attack boost to all the allies, like 25% of attack boost for everyone, and really good defense boost for everyone as well. I think it's 20% of defense boost to everyone. So he definitely can improve the overall DPS output as well as the overall durability of the entire team. So this is a really great character. Alright, so yeah, that said, we have got Ranga Tempest Star Wolf right over here, who can actually convert the soul of secrets into the soul of skill. Okay, so with that, we will be able to use a lot of skills out here. Alright, so yeah, there we go, guys, and that is the reason why it says right over here, we will have a lot of access to plenty of skill uses right over here, guys, okay, because of Ranga right over here. And we have got the other units right out here as well, who can be a really great help to us. Whereas for the damage dealers, we will have Rimuru Tempest and Millium Nava, who are actually going to be really catered and focused to deal some really crazy damage to enemies. And Hakuro, Instructor of the Flashing Sword, is actually going to allow us to decrease the defense of the enemies by hefty amounts, so that we can even deal more damage. So this team is very balanced team, can deal some crazy damage. We have got a lot of top tier units out here in this team formation: Rimuru Tempest, Millium Nava, and the Hakuro, Instructor of the Flashing Sword. And these three characters are the best units in the game right now, and to have like these three units working together as partners, definitely it's a really wonderful sight to see. Alright, so that said, we have got like other filler units right over here. They are also meant for dealing extra damage out there. Alright, filler units until the time when you are actually going to be able to replace them with these amazing core team members. Next team combination is going to be Fire Team main with Light Element. Alright, basically Ifrit with Benimaru and Firelight supporters. Yes, so if you have actually managed to get your hands on Ifrit, one of the best protector unit out there in the game, you can actually take advantage of this situation by having Benimaru and Sijue, Conquerors of Flame, working together. Okay, they can actually really be very good together, guys. Alright, so yeah, there we go. Team supports Benimaru as he does the bulk of damage, and Gazelle is another source of reliable DPS. So for main DPS right over here, guys, we can really rely open Benimaru, Samurai General of Hellfire. We have got Gazelle Doago, one of the best single target nuker in the game, and we have got Sijue, Conqueror of the Flames. So these three units can actually deal some really good damage, and the other units right over here, they are pretty much a support unit or utility units. Alright, in order to improve your overall durability of the team. So yeah, that's it, guys. Pretty much quite a balanced team, but we lack healers out here. Okay, so yeah, there we go. Next is going to be Water Team main with Space Element. Okay, Millium with Rimuru Chancellor. Okay, so right over here, guys, we have got the Protector unit known as Millium Nava, Bellicose Dragon Eye. Alright, so kind of bizarre how every water unit and even Space Rimuru wants to boost your defense stat. Yes, Rimuru provides 20% of defense boost to everyone, right? You will need a good DPS like Rimuru Chancellor or the free Rimuru Reincarnated. Alright, so right over here, guys, this particular team combination is more focused on utility stuff and team sustenance. Okay, for example, right over here, guys, Rimuru Tempest, Chancellor of Tempest, is actually gonna be the main character to deal really good damage and to provide that attack boost. Alright, but rest of the remaining characters right over here, like let's say for example Zoe and Ranga, are gonna be out there to make it easy for us to use our skills. Okay, as they can actually convert the soul of secrets into the soul of skills. Alright, and we have got like Rimuru Tempest Reincarnated and Rimuru Tempest Harmonizer of the monsters and humans. These two characters are really good healers. So we are going to be really focusing more into using the skills rather than using the ultimate skill. All right, that's how it really works in this particular situation right over here. Can be a little bit boring comp, but nonetheless pullable. Okay, next is gonna be Earth team main with water combination, and the main projector character is gonna be Elemental Colossus Golem. All right, that's it. With this team combination, the main favorism is going to be going to Earth Elemental units, alright, and the least favorism to the Water Elemental units. And we have got Trainee Budding of the Deep Green as the main character. Okay, so that's it, definitely. This team out here is totally a defensive and support type team combination, and I really do not recommend this kind of team combinations to anyone, okay? Anyone out there. Why? Because it is such a boring team combination, guys. You cannot really expect, even in your wildest dreams, in order to deal some really good damage to your enemies. Trainee Budding of the Deep Green, she is out here to provide healing for the allies. She's the best healer in the game. Milim Nava, she's out here to provide those defense boost and a lot of durability boost for the entire team. Geld Orking, basically like a tank. We have got like Tyra right over here. Summer Breeze of Benevolence is also, I think she also boosts the defense and everything out there. Rimuru Tempest right over here. These two Rimuru are gonna be allowing us to heal our allies and so much more, guys. So basically, guys, very boring team combination out here. So definitely, if you actually manage to summon this protector unit known as Elemental Colossus, oh my god, you are in for some really boring, like content. Basically, Colossus with any 5-star Earth or Water lol. Okay, yeah. So yeah, it just feels so wrong. It just feels so wrong, man. Pure Earth team seems to lack some damage. There's literally no damage. Very defensive units, yes, of course. Colossus skills super boost team counter attack rate, so they are definitely going to be really maximizing on the counter attack rate. Okay, so yeah, that is it in order to deal some damage. And finally, we have got the final team combination, and that's gonna be the Dark team main with Fire Element. All right, and the main protector character for this team combination is gonna be Orc Disaster Starved. Alright, it's a demon lord, right? So yeah, there we go, guys, and we have got some really good damage dealers out here like Beretta, our Golem, and Xion Steel Annihilator. These two units are really good at dealing some really great dark element damage to the enemies out there. Okay, so yeah, that's it. High DPS, somewhat low sustain team composition. Okay, so because like we really don't have those units that can actually provide us with a lot of those utilities like defense boost, or let's say those units that can actually provide us some heals. Okay, so this combination is like a glass cannon. There we go, guys. Remember Tempest, Swordmanship Force right over here, Shoei, Instant Spy. We have got like a lot of those units right over here to deal even more damage to enemies. But sadly, if the enemies are actually gonna retaliate, then well, guess what, guys? We might actually suffer some consequences. So yeah, that is it, guys. So those are all the team combinations that we can possibly think of forming in the game and have some really good time playing the game out there. And finally, as is summary, definitely right over here, the Win team main combination is definitely going to be one of the very sustainable as well as a very balanced team out there, though it actually kind of lack heals. All right, but definitely can deal some really good damage output to the enemies out there in the game. All right, next is going to be the Light team main combination right over here, who is really good at providing a good self-sustenance thanks to a lot of utility units out here who can actually act as tank or healers or support units. Definitely the Gazelle Draga is going to be an essential unit for this team combination because of the factor that he is the only DPS unit right over here who can actually deal some crazy damage to enemies. Next is going to be the Space team main combination right over here, where yes, all the units right over here are actually pretty much balanced units in order to provide some really good damage output and also to provide a lot of buffs and utilities to the entire team members. Though this like team right over here is like they are actually kind of really good at using the skills rather than the secret arts. Okay, so yeah, there we go, because like right over here, Ranga, who is actually really good at converting the soul of secrets into the soul of skills, right? So skills are definitely going to be a main factor right over here. But hey guys, we have got a lot of characters right over here who are actually going to be emphasizing on using a lot of skills out here. Like let's say Remember Tempest out here, thanks to his skill, he can actually provide that 25% attack boost to everyone, 20% of defense boost to everyone. We have got Hakuro, who can actually decrease the defense of the enemies heavily, and so much more, guys. So much more. Milim Nava, a really good DPS unit. We have got fire team main team with light element, and right over here, definitely the main unit is gonna be Ifrit and Benimaru. Gazelle Dwargo for extra DPS, and the other units, they are pretty much fillers. Okay. Next is gonna be water team main composition right over here, guys. They are totally you know, like out here to use skills and a lot of heals on top of that one. Okay, so pretty much a little bit boring squad, but still they can deal some, you know, like average damage output. And whereas right over here for the earth team main composition, totally lacks damage. They are totally one of the worst team combinations out there. Very boring in my opinion. Just heals and defense boost and so much more. Durability boost for your entire team. Your team can totally sustain for a very long time, but it's also gonna take you guys a very long time to kill your enemies. Really sad, guys. And finally, dark team main combination with the fire element. And this team right over here is totally a glass cannon. Can deal a lot of damage, but they really do not have those kind of utility units that can provide them with the defense boost and healings as well. Okay, so that's it. Those are all the things out there. Anyways, once again, I would love to give a very big shout out and thanks to this guy known as Meow, hashtag 8796 from the Discord channel, to provide this amazing guide right away in the very first day of the release of Slime Isekai Memories. So, well, there we go, guys. That is it for today. What do you guys think about this team combination right over here? If you really do love this team combination, do let me know in the comment section below. If you have any other questions or any kind of like confusions, do let me know in the comment section below so that we can have a really good discussion about that one. Alright, that's it. See you guys in the next video.